What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. P. Richard Scott is in the building. He's over there. Welcome to Monday something or other. Monday, Micro Monday? Is it Micro Monday? It's Micro Monday. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I'm on early because Joshua was having all kinds of issues and he ended his stream early. So here we are. Hopefully YouTube doesn't, bend me over as badly as they bent him over. Although it might not be YouTube. I don't know. He's had some stuttering over the past couple of weeks, and then I have not had the stuttering streaming right after him. So I have a feeling it might be his he's on Comcast, which is awful. Comcast is the worst. So blame Comcast.
Do you have a shirt?
I do. I have the best shirt ever. We're gonna finish the Vistapick tonight. TP3 Vistapick right over here.
Bullshit.
All I have to do is desolder the naked Vista and then put another one in, because this one that's on it has a whole bunch of smashed capacitors for some strange reason. Kevin Sumner says, I think you mean Comcrap. Yeah, just a bad group of people over there. Shitcast. Hey, speaking of shitcast, after only 3 months, so canceled my service when I moved from the apartment 3-ish months ago. And after only 3 months worth of calling them and screaming, 8 phone calls over an hour each time, they finally stopped charging me and sent me a check for the $160 some that they just continued to charge me month after month after I'd canceled my service. So, you know, if you spend enough time with Comcast, eventually you'll get your way. And by your way, I mean the money that they stole from me. Like, if it takes that much effort to get them to give you back the money that they shouldn't have taken in the first place, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm sure it's just me. In the chat, Ethan W. was first. Paul McDonald was next. Raven 187. Marcel Alfaxis FPV. Gamma Gonad. Alec Dvornik. Charles Marseille. Northern Tier. 413 FPV. Drizzy 158. Denzel the Terrible. Compost Pile. Jesse Garcia. Dan 636. RC Addicts. A little bit of Northern Tier again. Aircon. Flush FPV. McConnell Studios. Pop D FPV. Four Little Pigs. PJ. I'm going to leave it there. If you want the gangly man to say your name with his mouth, got to get into the chat early. If you want to talk directly to me, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV and it'll light up in orange. If you don't do that, I won't know you're talking to me and I'll light my hair on fire. Hey, get one last look because it's getting cut tomorrow. You guys are usually excited about what's happening on the top of my head. And it's going to be much less mangy tomorrow afternoon. And then Whoop Wednesday, you'll, you know, it'll almost be like someone that has a home is streaming here. Marcel Ofax says, please start early. Sure. Deal. Alec Dvornik says, put on some flight edits to keep us entertained for the next hour. I'll put my big dumb face on to keep you entertained for the next hour. How about that, Alec? Is that just as good? It's probably better. Denzel the Terrible says, hello. My name is Denzel the Terrible, and I have no pants on. All right. Marcel says, how about a Discord live stream instead? How would that work? Can you live stream on Discord? What? How is that possible? Kevin Sumner says, I think you mean Comcrap. Bob Noxious says, what's up, Collective and Ciotti? And then Mr. Syncopad says, how do you enjoy DJI FPV? Mr. Syncopad says also no pants. The DJI FPV system is interesting. I'm not sold on it for freestyle yet, but for tinywhoops, it's just, yeah, there's no questioning it. And also for like just for cinematic work in general.
Just for anything where you want to see.
That's it. Yeah, my problem with it for freestyle are these little freezes that I get and a lot of other people get. Which every single time that I say out loud, there's always a couple of people that say, "What are you talking about? I've never gotten a single freeze." I don't know how to explain it. Patrick coughed bullshit. I don't know how to explain that. It happens on multiple rigs and it happens to multiple people. So I really have no idea. I have absolutely no idea how there are people that say that their stuff doesn't freeze. I don't know if they're just crazy people or if their stuff actually doesn't freeze. But
they fly around their backyard.
Maybe. Not all of them though. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I've tried to fix it in a number of different ways, and it just doesn't fix it. There is no fix, and I talk to people that have gone through the same thing. So, yeah. For anybody coming in late, P. Richard Scott is in the building.
Oh, Analogue,
that's
when
it.
you know your video will die soon. That's what we all want, right? Oh, video's getting shitty. Yeah. I guess I better turn around now. DJI says... Can't see.
I'm out. I'm out this motherfucker. Blizzard FPV with a $2 Canadian super chat. He says, to hell with YouTube. Thank you, Blizzard. For not... I just got the error on YouTube. Is it stuttering? Let me know if you guys get any weird stuff. But yeah, it's very strange. And I don't know what to do at this point. Like what the little freezing stuttering thing does to me is, well, so it only happens when I hit stuff really hard. Some people that say that they don't get the stuttering, I know it's that they're just not hitting stuff hard enough. Not everybody crashes super hard. Some of the people, though, that have told me that they don't get the stuttering do crash hard and often. So that I can't explain. But yeah, when I hit stuff hard, there's like a little, like, I don't know, eighth of a second, quarter of a second freeze that happens. And in that time period, because I've just hit something, the rig like rotates in a direction, and I don't see that rotation because the video is frozen. And then when the video comes back, my reaction time, and maybe I'm just an old slow bastard, you know, I am 41 whole years old. My reaction time is not quick enough to catch the to catch the crash. So basically, on DJI, every time I hit something, it ends up being in a crash where I hit the ground. Whereas with Analogue, most of the times when I crash, I can recover and keep it up in the air. And that's kind of a big deal, because when you're flying spots where it's like sketchy or unrecoverable and you can't catch your crashes, you end up on roofs and shit like that, and you can't always get your shit back. And I can't just put a $500-600 rig up on a roof and walk away from it. Like, that just doesn't work for me. So yeah, I'm just not sold on it. I would love it. I would love it if the DJI system would work for Freestyle. I would love to see where I'm going. But yeah, my Analogue rigs for Freestyle are just better at this point. I can fly harder. I'm more confident. Like with the DJI system on Freestyle, I'm like, don't hit anything. And that like, you want to not fly good? There is a really good way to fly like shit, is to be the whole friggin' time. So yeah, Blizzard FPV with a 11 Canadian and an $11.11 Canadian super chat for your 11. Thank you, brother. Gear fund is going from 124. I have to round. I can't do math as it is. It's going to go to 135. Thank you, brother. And then another one from Blizzard, $2. DJI video connection is a record needle. Kinda. Yeah, it feels that way. Thank you, Blizzard. So yeah, everything other than Freestyle, though, to be really honest. Everything other than, like, yeah, where I'm slamming into stuff really hard constantly. And it's great. And there's, like, no arguing that. So, yeah, it's fine. Analogue still has its place. You know, I still run Analogue on the 3-inch rigs to use the RunCam hybrid. So it's not like, you know, it's not like I only have my Analogue goggles for the 5-inch Freestyle rigs. So it's fine. Like I don't mind flying. We've been flying 5-inch Freestyle rigs on Analogue forever, and everyone has created some pretty amazing footage. Like, I can't say that. I was about to say I've yet to see footage that's like Freestyle footage that's like better because it's on DJI. But there actually are times in Drew, of all people's flying, that I can like tell that. There was one very specific example where he like flipped up inside of like a bombed out house, and there was a window there with a bunch of scraggle in it. And he flipped up on there, and then he just nosed down and drove it right through the scraggle. And I was like, yeah, I don't think he would have done that on Analogue, or he would have done it because he wouldn't have seen the scraggle, right? But there was that one situation where I was like, I bet you he saw that and knew that he could make it through there. But maybe not. Like, the big thing about Analogue is just, like, put it towards something and hope that it's and hope that there's no scraggle there, basically. So yeah, but in that scenario, right, like with DJI, it's like I can go through there, I can see a little hole in the scraggle. But you know, like when DJI came out, all of a sudden everybody's freestyle footage didn't get like way better. You know what I'm saying? And there are still pilots.
DVR sure did.
DVR sure did. That's fucking true. Yeah, being able to like losing your GoPro and then being able to take the DVR and just splice it right in and finish your edit. That's that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
Chasing wings, it's really a lot better too.
Yeah. Patrick said chasing wings, it's a lot better because you can see the wings. Man, there's a lot of situations where it's a lot better, but banging off of concrete is not one of them. And that's what these 3 rigs that are only 1 rig because 2 of them are broken over here are for. So yeah, I don't know. It's but it's great. I'm no longer a DJI hater. That's for sure. I very much see its value. And to be honest, I wish that I could switch over to it on the 5-inch Freestyle rigs because I would love to see where I was going. But until I figure out whatever this issue is, or become a better pilot, I guess, because maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just not a good enough pilot, and if you're better, then you don't care about the freezes, or you don't even notice the freezes. Maybe that's what it is.
Terrible pilot.
I don't know.
Just the worst pilot.
I don't know.
If you were better, maybe if you could see.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. That's definitely what it is.
Quit trying new things.
Quit trying new things. That's the answer. A-Cable says, I really wanted to see you early, LOL. You got it. I'm glad that I had Joshua's stream up. I'm glad that I saw that his stream was struggling and then left it up. Because, man, it was about to get nuts in here. Patrick and I were just start doing coke, and it was about to get really crazy in this place. Pop DFPV says, first live stream live. I've binge-watched your videos, though. Good stuff. Thank you, brother. Welcome to the madness. RC Tom says, good stream, QYT. I should probably know what QYT is, but I'm old and out of touch. But you've to visit the barber. Well, luckily, RC Tom, I will be visiting the barber tomorrow. Sadly, though, I am taken. Maggie is my lovely girlfriend, so you can't get any of this. I know. I got a lot going on. This is gonna get shaped up soon. I got booed. I got fucking booed.
Put your pants back on, guys.
In my own house, I got booed. Fat Pastor says, I can't fly DJI. The blurring reminds me of my head injury. TBI, I can't stand the blurring. That's why I fly HDZero. That's interesting. You're talking about focus mode, I'm assuming. You can turn focus mode off, but then the latency will go up. That's super interesting. Mr. Syncopad says, freeze happened to me on a hard crash too, but I mean, I fell 20 meters and still had video. Turtled and was okay. Right, but for me, what I've noticed is that in that situation there, typically I will recover. Like when I first hit something, unless the quad dies, right, unless I blow up a motor and it won't get out of it, usually I can recover. It took a long time. Like that, I only started to be able to do that like 4 or 5 years into flying. You just, I don't know, I guess you crash enough times and then you just like realize if it hits one way, it's going to go the other way and you can fight it. But yeah, like pilots that have been around for a long time, like you'll notice that they get really good at recovering from when they first hit something and not having it slam against the ground. And to have that ability taken away, like hurts. Like that just sucks. It just really, really sucks. Remy Tim with a really interesting comment that I also kind of agree with, because even really, really seasoned, really high-end pilots like Nurk and I believe it was Jet also had this issue. Ruby Tim says, I don't trust DJI for long range. I lost a client's plane after building on a DJI for them, and I still have no idea why I lost video. I'll use DJI for other things.
GPS. GPS.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. But yeah, when DJI goes, it goes. And I've had it happen. Like, I've flown DJI around the side of a building, and it blacks out, and it stays blacked out. And then I have to fucking drive over there.
And what do you see? You see the big black screen that says, it should say Fat Shark. That's what it should say. But instead, it advertises the fact that they failed. And they're like, DJI. You're like, no!
It tells you right away who fucked you. So yeah, it's but that's all digital systems. Let's get that one out there, right? Like SharkBite, if SharkBite drops like that, you're gonna get full rainbow, and it's gonna stay full rainbow. Maybe it'll come back quicker, but you know, that's a digital thing. This is us being kind of spoiled by Analogue, right? In this way, where like it doesn't just do that. It doesn't just die like that and then not come back. Like, it slowly dies, and then if it dies all the way, it'll slowly come back if you can get your head pointed properly, or, you know, change where you're at. It doesn't just shut off and stay off. So, but again, that's digital versus analog. That's a little bit of a different kind of conversation. Paul McDonald says, if I had DJI, I would not have gone headfirst into a pole yesterday, I think. Another really good point. You know, you can see where you're going with DJI. Like, I've probably had hundreds of analog crashes that would not have happened if I'd been able to see where I was going, right? Like, a lot of the times that you hit Scraggle, like bashing into Scraggle happens an awful lot less with DJI. So I'll betcha if you could somehow like keep a running total of like fly analog, fly DJI, and keep a running total of like the crashes, I bet you less crashes would happen with DJI because you can see where you're going.
Who would have thought that?
You know what I'm saying, right?
Who would have thought? I can see.
But yeah, I don't. And like when I say that, it's kind of like, oh, that maybe I can switch over. But
there's something wrong.
I don't know. I have also noticed that like I fly better on analog.
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
Like,
it's a real thing.
Yeah, and when we're talking about like, so a lot of freestyle is this spatial awareness, right? And this is another one of these things that like you can't learn. You just have to fly a ton to really get that. And so like a lot of times by the end of the first battery, like I'll just kind of know where all the trees are and where all the stuff is. And at that point, like being able to see farther ahead, right? Because that's what DJI gives you. Like all said and done, that's what it gives you. It gives you the ability to look farther ahead, which is hugely important. But once you've put a battery in at a spot, you should have like some sort of an idea in your head, and then as you fly more and more and more, you'll have a really good idea of where stuff is. And then it kind of doesn't matter. Like you're just using the video as like a guide as to where you are. You're not necessarily like looking for Scraggle. And yeah, I don't know. Every single time that I have gone out and flown both DJI and Analog on identical rigs, I fly better with Analog. And you could absolutely say that that's because I've been flying Analog for 6+ years and DJI for 6 months. That's very true, but I've yet to fly the DJI Freestyle rig and be like, yeah, I'm better with this. It's been the opposite. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to fly it more. But it's a good. It's a really good conversation. There's not. It's you know, if you want to stay cheap or just stay with something that arguably is more reliable, it's Analog. If you have the budget for DJI, it's probably not even like you're probably already on it, and you're not going to switch back to Analog. Well, you're probably not going to switch back to Analog from DJI. If you're on DJI, you're probably going to stay there. If you're on Analog, you're probably thinking about it. and not switching is fine. I'm here to tell you that not switching to DJI is totally fine. It's just not it's just not like a requirement. But the thing that gets me is like when somebody is getting into FPV and they're like, oh, should I go DJI or analog? It's like, how can I tell this person to go analog? Like how
You don't even know what latency is.
Yeah, right.
Go to DJI. Shut up.
Yeah.
Big screen TV.
I can't unless they're gonna do micros and tiny whoops and stuff. Then it's a little bit more of a thing. But Morton Upshot says you sabotaged JB to get an earlier slot. I promise I didn't. I wish I had any kind of power like that to have any effect over Comcast or YouTube. Yeah. Paul McDonald said, oh no, we got that. Eva FPV is in the house. What's up? How are you? Denzo the Terrible says, tell the peanut gallery to pipe down. Oh.
Finally got busted.
BJ says, nose candy, how dare you? MNTL FPV says, oh, come on, YouTube. Don't scroll me down when I don't want you to. Hold on. Finding my place. There it is. Am I the only person having trouble with Get FPV, trying to do a couple of returns, and they aren't answering phones or responding to emails? I actually heard that last week. I don't have any ins there or anything like that to be able to help you out, unfortunately, but just stay on them. Keep messaging them. Try to message them on Facebook. Try to message them on Instagram. They'll get back to you eventually. I don't know what to say. What do I say? They've always been, up until like a week ago, they've always been the best in terms of customer service. Oh, wait a second. They're down in Florida, guys. They got slammed by the hurricane. They're probably out of the office from the hurricane. That would make sense for the timing, too. So, yeah, be as patient as you can. I wish there was anything that I could do, MNTL, but yeah, that's going to be my guess. My guess is they got whaled by that hurricane, and they're all out of sorts, or maybe they're not even in the office still. I know it was pretty nasty. Kiz Bartlett says, CiottiFPV doesn't go for haircuts. His hair just pops off like a little Lego figure, and they swap it out for another. Eva FPV says, I don't think focus mode affects latency, just where the bitrate is distributed. Ah, okay. I thought that high quality forced the... pushed up the latency to get you that extra, the outside stuff. Well, that's cool. That's cool that it doesn't affect latency. I was always like, I'm never using high quality mode. I'm not going to sacrifice the latency. That's cool to know. Ruby Tim says, I had GPS on that plane, but I thought because it was a plane and was in cruise mode towards home that the video would come back. So I didn't disarm and never got video back. Return to home failed too. Oh my God.
What? Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my God, dude. That's brutal. Kevin Sumner says, HDZero comes back exactly like Analogue. Awesome. It doesn't do the DJI and walk snail death screen thing.
That's important.
Jesus, thank you for calling that out, Kevin. I just made an assumption.
And if you do get the black screen and it comes back, it stopped recording.
Oh, right. Yeah, it does stop recording. Rumi Tim says, I would have exact coordinates if I had immediately disarmed, right, but I thought I could recover, and who knows where it flew off to all by itself while I waited for it to return to home.
Oh, no. That's the worst. Oh, I bet the footage was awesome.
For fucking half an hour. Oh, dude, that sucks. Somebody's in their backyard like, I'm coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. Fucking lands on a highway. Ruby Tim's going to get a call from the FBI in a week. God, I hope not.
Clear.
Fat Pastor says, when I get full rainbow on HDZero, I punch out when I can and it comes back quick. I love that. You know, now that you guys mentioned that, I feel like I remember seeing or someone saying that. That is a real pro, item in the pro column for HDZero, which is good because HDZero versus DJI is rough because HDZero is just nowhere near it just doesn't look anything like it. But yeah, there are definitely some benefits to HDZero, that's for sure. But when you've flown in both of them, it's like, okay, these are both digital. These are both 720. How is that possible? I mean, it's possible because DJI has $11 billion and hundreds of R&D staff and whatnot. Combos Pile with a 250 super chat. Thank you, homie. No comment, just wants to support the madness. Hey, this is my full-time job. Head over to CiottiFPV.com. Bunch of buttons for you to click. Affiliate links, a Patreon page. We've had a new patron every single live stream for the last week. I know you guys aren't going to let the streak end tonight. I know you're not. I know that one of you is not a patron, and you're going to feel terrible if the streak ends tonight just because you couldn't put 10 cents a day into my greedy little pocket for me to maybe someday get health insurance. Somebody do it. $3 a month is 10 cents a day, and you're going to get a whole bunch more benefits than is worth 10 cents a day. Technical articles over on the Patreon page, full Discord access, Facebook groups, 2 of them. Email notifications when I live stream because YouTube's notification system is just broken. There are tiers over on Patreon for you to get in onto bi-weekly giveaways. This is not one of the Monday giveaways. Next week is. So if you join now, you'll be in next week's giveaway as long as you're on the $5 up tier. Lots of benefits. Well worth a dime a day. Do it. Don't let the streak end. It could be your fault if you're not a patron.
Asshole.
I didn't say it. Jesse Garcia says, if you're on Analogue, you're probably DJI curious. That's it. That's very true. For real. Eva FPV says, I think I would have half my fleet on Analogue if I hadn't switched so early. Yeah, going from DJI to Analogue is just awkward. Going from Analogue to DJI and then not fully converting is, I've seen that happen an awful lot.
That's my life.
So yeah, and Patrick is somebody who's actually gone to DJI on a Freestyle rig and then gone back to Analogue for all of the reasons that we've discussed. So Fat Pastor says FPV is so subjective. In my opinion, that's really a strength. We like different things, and that's a strength, not a weakness. Yeah, it is super subjective, and it's for some people, HDZero is a perfect fit. Like long range, it's a really good fit for long range. For as one specific group of people, because DJI has that 13 kilometer max, I think it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I went that far. What do you think, chat?
I mean, if Verity did, then, anybody can. So yeah, there are definitely people who DJI is absolutely not the right choice. And HDZero has a lot of really cool things about it. And I'm very lucky that FPV Exchange sent me the HDZero Mobula 6, and I've been able to try it out now. And I'm curious. I will not be switching anything other than that tiny whoop to it. Admittedly, I don't do long range stuff, and it doesn't have it's not, the image is not crisp enough for me to move any of the cinewhoops or the cinematic stuff over to it. The freestyle moving a freestyle rig over to HDZero, I would be much more willing to do that if there was a lightweight 500 milliwatt VTX, but there just isn't. And I really can't justify the 19 grams, I think, that the 1 watt VTX is. But if they can make a lightweight 500 milliwatt VTX that's durable, I might move the Analogue 5-inch freestyle rigs over because it definitely looks better than Analogue. That's for sure. Although of the Patrick says you won't, of the tiny whooping that I've done, which has only been a couple of batteries, so maybe I'll get used to it. My initial impression is that the static in HDZero seems to be an awful lot harder to fly through than Analogue static. And when we're talking about 200 milliwatts, that becomes more of an issue. So, I don't know.
When's the last time you had a VTX at 200? On a whoop, I guess.
The whoops, right. And I do think that the HDZero light tiny whoop kit, I don't think that's true 200 milliwatts. I really don't. Somebody in chat last week described it as like a YOLO setting where they just push as much power as they can into it, and it's 200 milliwatts, but it's really not. So that would make a lot of sense, because when I go 2 floors up, it gets real bad, and that's like, there's a lot of bounciness here. So I don't know, whatever. But they have some work to do on their VTXs before it, for me personally, it's anything other than a tiny whoop kind of solution. It's really, it's great on the tiny whoop. So here's a really good example of where HDZero was brilliant at Rotor Riot Rampage in Micro Mayhem, which is a concrete box with metal pipes and radioactive water, and just, it's a multipathing like train wreck. It is straight up hard to fly in there with Analogue because the multipathing is so bad. Even on rapid fire, even trying different antennas, 5 milliwatts, 25 milliwatts, 1,000 milliwatts, does not matter. Analogue is really challenging to fly in there. DJI is like a joke in there. It's just perfect. Like the multipathing reduction or whatever is incredible. HDZero is nowhere near as good as DJI, but it is way better than Analogue in there. So HDZero on a tiny whoop in a really multipath heavy environment is pretty dope. And you get HD DVR. So yeah, Rotor Riot Rampage Micro Mayhem is a really good spot for HDZero. And there's other situations like that, right? There's a lot of these like specific cases where HDZero is really, really good. So we're really lucky to have it, you know? The Ethan W says, do you by chance have the STL files for the Insta360 Go 2 for the cockroach frame? I do not, Ethan. And I also don't remember who made them. Somebody took the STL files for the Insta360 Go 1 that are on Newbie Drone's website, and they converted it for the Insta360 Go 2 like a year ago. And I don't remember who it was. And if you message me somewhere, CiottiFPV.com has all my contact info. If you message me somewhere and ask me that same question, just remind me. I will spend some time digging through my messages here, there, everywhere to see if I can maybe find it. But yeah, I don't know. The fluff in my right eyebrow is probably a dead pixel in this camera. Is it up here? I think that's the dead pixel there. Could be a piece of dust on the monitor. It's a piece of dust on the monitor. But there is a dead pixel in this camera. I think if I move over like this, it'll get a little bit better. Oh god, YouTube did the thing again. Great Southern FPV and RC with a $10 Australian super chat. Thank you, homie. He says, funny thing about FPV planes, I had a mate flying over an iron ore train in West Australia, and the plane went down in the train cart, and the video was brutal. I'll post to Discord. Oh my god.
Wow, I want to see that.
Can't turtle mode a plane, I guess. Jesus, that's brutal. Be cool and move to Canada. Oh man, I wish. Too cold up there though. Too cold up there for my skinny ass. Alec Dvornik says, Get FPV is in Sarasota, Florida, and they are definitely affected by the hurricane. There we go. My order came in, but I imagine they were running at limited capacity. All right, so there you guys go. Yeah, you just be as patient as possible. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's rough. Eva FPV says, high quality mode adds a ton of latency. Oh, okay. I thought so. But focus mode, I can't feel or see a difference in the latency numbers with it on or off. Oh, I thought it was either or. I didn't think there was a third. So you can turn on. I thought it was either focus mode or high quality mode. I didn't think there was a third option. So there's a third like normal mode option. I didn't even realize that. I haven't been on DJI very long. That's good to know. Remy Tim says, yes, 13 kilometers / 8 miles. I thought so. I took that DJI plane out to 7 kilometers, turned around, made it 1 kilometer back, and that's when the video went black. Yeah, see, and like that right there, that's not like, oh yeah, fucking Remy Tim flew too far away, go fit, right? Like that's just DJI failing. Right? Like that's not pilot error, and that, you know, on one hand, it's kind of like, well, the DJI system should be more reliable than every other system because of how much money is behind that company and the R&D and all that. But like,
on the other hand, why are you flying so far away? Isn't that illegal? You know.
I mean, I guess we don't have anything to compare it. That's an unfair thing to say because we don't really have anything to compare it to, right? Like Analogue just doesn't work that way. HDZero, as we found out here, doesn't. Well, no, yeah, I guess it is a fair comparison because HDZero was built to not do that. And like, if you're gonna build a video transmission system that's gonna get used on stuff like planes and drones and shit, one of the design features that you spend a lot of money on, I would think you would want to be like, if the link drops, come hell or high water, it has to come back quick, like now. And or like in that case, the link can't drop, right? You got to spend 50% of your R&D budget on making sure that that link never drops, not 10% of your R&D. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like every single one of us that's flown DJI hasn't had it go black and not come back, right? So it's not like a fringe thing. Like, it happens. It's a known thing. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Kiz Bartlett says, when you lose vision on DJI, does it count?
You gotta finish, man. You can't just leave us hanging like that.
Does it count as a DJI infection? That is the most dad joke I've ever heard. That is the most dad FPV joke I've ever heard. Eva FPV says, I find focus mode on to be super disorienting, though. It makes the sides get fuzzy way sooner than with it off. And unless you're flying in a straight line, you need the sides to be clear. Yep. I didn't know. I agree. So I've never not flown with, well, at the live flying gigs for the cycle races, I flew with high quality mode on because the whole point was to output the DJI signal to the TV truck, yada, yada, yada. Every time I've ever flown outside of those, I've only ever flown with focus mode on because I didn't know that you could turn it off. So now I'm all excited to turn focus mode off and see if maybe I like it better. Because I love the idea behind focus mode, but yeah, like every once in a while, I'm like, I wish the sides of the screen weren't quite so fucking fuzzy right now. So that's interesting. I'm all excited. I'm gonna fly some DJI tomorrow. Gardner Rotor says, you're right, HDZero did great in Micro Mayhem, good times. Yeah, Micro Mayhem was super fun. Nemesis says, you can find on Thingiverse. Hey, thank you, Nemesis. What do we have to search for on Thingiverse? I'll bring it up on the stream.
What a great question. That's impossible.
Their search?
Yeah, it's just like where you go for GitHub and shit.
Hey.
It's like, how do you find Betaflight? You'll never find it if you go to GitHub.
There's another website that Joshua mentioned on his live stream last week that has a search engine that searches Thingiverse better than Thingiverse's own search engine. Who knows it in chat? Who knows the other website? Is it Neek? N-E-E-K? Is that it? There is a website. Wow. Is it Neek? Let's see how good Google is. Ready? Website that searches Thingiverse better than Thingiverse. Let's see. No.
Bro, Google.
Let's just try this. Let's just try website that searches Thingiverse. Is it Fababaloo? Fababaloo? All 3DP. No, that's not it. Yeggi. There it is. Yeggi. Y-E-G-G-I.
Y-E-G-G-I.
Yep. All right, so let's go to Yeggi. I haven't been to Yeggi yet.
Y-E-G-G-I.
I'm going to put a bookmark here. Yeggi. And the beauty of long-form content. You get things, you hear about things like Yeggi. So let's search for NBD Insta 360 and see what we get. All right. Oh boy, there's 11 pages. Well, who knows where it is on Thingiverse? If I can find it on Thingiverse, I'll add it to my little Thingiverse collection, jib jab, and then whenever you guys need it, I'll have a link to it. But I don't have it in my little collection. Yes, I do. It's right here. I'm the worst. WomFPV made it for us.
Yes, I do.
All right, there it is in the chat. God damn it. Somebody asked me for this the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't know. It's on Thingiverse. Good luck. Oh, man. You know?
Gangly fuck.
Seriously. Hey, there's different versions of it. Print each of them. You might like or not like. The different versions move the camera farther forward or back. Unbelievable. Well, now I know. I'll remember that for another like month or so. So if nobody asks me within the next month, it's not my fault when I say, I don't know, it's on Thingiverse somewhere. All right, let me close this here. Here, let me Google that for you. Fat Pastor says, I did a head-to-head comparison of the HDZero Mobula 6 and the 400 milliwatt Mobeetle, and the 200 milliwatt HDZero had more penetration. It was surprising. Still love flying analog though. The 400 milliwatt output power on the Happy Model stuff, that's what somebody in chat told me they heard from the devs is like YOLO mode. I got that confused with HDZero. So yeah, the 400 milliwatt on Mobula 6 stuff is not really 400 milliwatt. Although wait, no. Apparently it's more than 400 sometimes. God only knows. They're both great. Great Southern says, for the Instago 2 SLC, if you send me some pictures, I can make the file for them. That's super rad of you, Great Southern, but we're good to go. Oh, no, don't you. Remy Tim says, is that stutter for anyone else? Don't, YouTube, don't do it. Nemesis says, I printed that mount for you like a year ago. Thank you, dude. I have a whole bunch of them. Look, hey, oh, here's the real solution. If anybody needs the mounts, I have a whole bunch of them still. I can send them to you for the cost of shipping. I mean, you'll pay less in TPU if you have a printer, but yeah, if you really need those mounts, I have a bunch. CMYK says, what's up? CMYK is now in California. White Fox is in the house. He says, good to see you tonight. Good to see you as well, my friend. YouTube just did the thing. Scrolling back up. There we go. EvaFPV says, HQ mode is quality at the expense of latency. At like 35 millimeter, great. Milliseconds minimum, low latency mode has slightly lower quality, degrades sooner, but lower and more consistent latency at 23. I'm super excited to turn focus mode off and see what's going on. Kevin Sumner says Thangs.com or Yeggi.com. Look at that. You guys knew. I knew. All these people knew. White Fox knew. Morton Upshot knew. Fat Pastor knew. Danzil the Terrible says STLFinder. That's another one. Cool. EvaFPV says focus mode just affects how it breaks up. It keeps high bit rate in the center third, but the size degrades fast of the whole screen degrades evenly. I've been pretty shocked how early the sides get fuzzy with focus mode. Although I run my DJI stuff at like 700 milliwatts and 25 megabits per second to not like stress it out. So, you know, I should probably crank it up one of these days. Nemesis says, I think you sent me the link in chat. Awesome. I don't remember things. Eva says, in my experience, the overall quality is higher with focus mode off. Focus mode on really tries to keep the center perfect, but the sides get fuzzy 20 feet away. Yeah, right. It happens like real soon. I was flying out in the back down the hill, and there was like nothing going on the sides. I'm like, yo, I'm 40 feet away. Like, yeah, there's one tree in between us, but good lord. Ruby Tim says, I searched Yeggi for CiottiFPV and it popped right up. You searched Yeggi for me? What? Hold on. Let me search Yeggi for me. I think you were just typing my name to, No, look at that. Wow. That's kind of wild. I guess he typed... Oh, yeah, look at that. I worked with CiottiFPV to create multiple offsets. Oh, very cool. Wow, Yeggi's search really digs. What if you search... Hold on, let's see. I bet you Thingiverse's search doesn't even look into the descriptions. Searching me on Thingiverse. Let's see what happens. Oh no, it found it. Look at that. It also found a squirt antenna mount. What? Did I have something to do with this? I don't have a squirt. Why am I coming up with this?
Name recognition, man.
Oh, look at that. Squirt, what? Squirt V 2.1 specs at CiottiFPV recommended build, Linktree. Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to close it. What a jerk. Cool. Somebody linked to my little link tree. That's pretty rad. There it is. Archangel, 1982. All right. It's born in a good year. Oh, there's cats. Oh.
Don't do it, bro.
Archangel, I love you.
Don't do it.
Look at that little mount. Okay. I've never had a squirt. I'm confused. Squirt V 2.1 specs. Huh. Cat tax. I love it. There was one more thing that came up here. What is it? It was Rotorius related. Ah, yeah. I'm in the friggin' title of this one, man. This is from a long time ago, 2019. Yeah, don't download this. You can't get the frame for it. Okay. Eva FPV says focus mode can be on or off in HQ or low latency mode. Man, I gotta get into those menus. I don't know any of these things. I thought I went through the menus and learned some things. Apparently not. Abraham says 2 different settings: HQ versus low latency and focus versus normal. I just gotta get into those menus. Start pushing some buttons. Kevin Sumner says Command Shift T to reopen a tab you just closed. I never thought to learn the keystroke for that. Paul McDonald says that's me. Is that you, Archangel? Paul McDonald? Paul McDonald, you Archangel? Eva PV says, if you're doing... Oh, what are you doing flying 725? That's why you suck more when flying DJI. Is that what's causing the stuttering, maybe? The freezing when I smash into stuff? It fucking better not be. Alright, cool. Let's get this toothpick on. So, hey, we're gonna end early tonight because I can't stream for 3 hours anymore. I'm just old and broken. So we got about another hour or so. Hold on, where's yeah, we're at 52. Is that right? Yeah, we're 52 minutes. Cool. Yeah, so we're gonna end at 11. Paul McDonald says, yeah, Archangel's my old Wolfenstein tag. Nice. Paul McDonald, when you put the link there, did that used to drive to the like the specs? Kevin Sumner says you can do it. Clam man yourself. I'll never turn down the opportunity to do a little bit of.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメやめ諦めたら。周りのこと思うよ。応援してる人たちのこと思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ、しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ、イエロービバ。
Is it good?
Best Unify ever.
Yeah. I'm going for it.
I think it's down to about 600 now, but it's still yes.
Patrick Hire trashing on TBS gear. Hold on. I remembered I can do this now. I'm doing this now. There we go. Look at me go. You can see the side of my stupid head when I'm working on shit. I don't think that would affect the stuttering. Paul McDonald says, no, put it in your link tree so people can find you, bro. Nice. Thank you, dude. Denzel the Terrible says, Clanman makes my heart soar with hope and positivity every time. I was watching Jimmy Broadbent earlier, and he played Clanman twice in a row. I thought my pants were going to just fly off and shoot across the room. Fat Pastor says, the biggest downside to DJI is that one day soon, Carl Z will sneak into your house and put laxatives in your coffee. It's already happening to some of you guys. It's true, maybe. Abraham says Trappy is under the chat. Not true. Better not be true. All right, so all we have to do is desolder these 4 going to the naked Vista and, just tear everything apart. So here we go for the annoyance. There's just nothing like redoing something you've already done before to warm your heart on a cold and sour FPV day. You know what I'm saying? FPV, where you get to do the same thing over and over and over again until you eventually realize it's not worth it and quit. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong or I'm quitting right now.
Can't be right. I didn't quit. You didn't quit. Those guys didn't quit.
Oh, man,
only the girls are quitting right now. The girls are quitting.
I'll tell you what.
YouTube, girls are quitting.
It's gonna feel good to quit one day. It's gonna feel good one day to be like, you know what? I'm not fixing this same thing again. I'm done. That's gonna be a good day.
Here's this new piece of technology just for you.
No! No, 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 no. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I don't have it in here. Hold on, I'll switch streams just to do it.
Jackass.
There it is. No, no, no. Well, it's not working right. Why is it not? It's not working right. The sound bite things don't work right. Oh God, I'm not reading that, Danzilla. Meccano Studio says, just wrapped the AOS 3.5 build. Thanks for the help. Photo via Instagram, maiden soon. Nice. I'm gonna take a look, but let me do this right now. Otherwise, I'll lose my my motivation and I'll never get it done. Because this has been sitting on the desk for like almost 2 weeks now, needing to get done. Here we go. Taking the other Naked Vista the rest of the way apart. Oh! My phone says hello. Look at me. I will not, phone. I will not look at you. You're not the boss of me. Okay. So, oh, that's... Oh, God. All right, hold on. Gotta get the pliers on this guy. Ah! All right, let me try to not ruin this Naked Vista. Okay. There we have it. Alright, perfect. So this Vista would appear to have all the capacitors still on it. So let me see if I can not knock any of them off in the next 10 minutes of nakedness. Quick change. I took my nuts off. And now we're going to move on. Why are these threaded? Did I put threaded spacers on here? What did I do that for? Okay. Wait, no, they're not threaded, are they? Are you guys threaded?
Do your thumb.
You know, anxiety, mental health issues.
Oh.
Take your pick.
Wasn't expecting that.
My brain continues to betray me, that's what. Right. Come on. Come off of there, threaded spacers. This is the problem with threaded spacers. Is getting the damn things off. I might actually move this over to non-threaded. I didn't think that these were threaded, though. But yeah, I might move this to non-threaded spacers in between here. What is nice about the threaded spacers, though, is you can hold each PCB down, and, you know, if you're going to be smashing a rig up, it's kind of nice. But right now is the unbelievable pain in the ass. Let me put my phone on silent so that anybody that has that same notification is not freaking out looking at their own phones 20 times an hour. Right. I put my phone on not silent for a change because there's a chance that I might actually get a cinematic gig again. I don't know what has happened, but I haven't gotten one in many months. So I've just resorted to straight up messaging the people that have hired me in the past and being like, hey man, got anything coming up? Sure could use some of that there money you used to have. You might still have. So we'll see. Mike Will Made It, a fairly well-known producer in downtown Atlanta, has some stuff coming up. And yeah, hopefully I can get on in there. Come on now. When I did this build, maybe it's because my fingers are dry or something, I was able to just, there we go. I just had dry fingers, that's all. I was able to just sit here and do this and spin these little spacers off when I was doing the build, which is probably why I was like, oh, I'll use them, it'll be fine. But yeah, all of a sudden tonight I can't, and yeah, it was just because I had dry skin. All right, so this is not going to come off with this still soldered up to it. So, hey, chat, do me a favor, type this into the chat. One person only. Red, black, yellow, white. That's what I need to know. Red, black, yellow, white. And okay, let's get some flux on here. Yeah, I gotta be honest, guys. I am absolutely in love with this syringe of like paste flux.
Yeah. It's the best.
Oh my god, it's nice. Like the flux pen is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love the flux pen.
It's all about the syringe.
But this paste stuff in the syringe is doing it for me. I'm very excited in the crotchal region.
Right where you want it.
Right where you want it, exactly.
Right where you want it.
And a bunch of it. The flux pen, you only get a little bit of flux on there because it's all liquidy.
You don't even know what you're getting.
This pasty stuff is right up my alley. I know I'm all for the pasty stuff, you know? White privilege, pasty stuff, all day.
That's what I was thinking.
Agreed. All right, red, black, yellow, and then Walter White. And I dropped it. Get off of there. That fly, yo.
Oh my god, it was the worst.
The fly.
You could hear it. You're like,
They did that. They did the fly thing in Westworld too, but they did it in a different way, and they never explained it. Those jackasses.
Did you ever watch the movie The Fly?
No.
You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Really?
It's from our youth.
Yeah, it's Jeff Goldblum of all people.
Is it Jeff Goldblum in there?
There was a sequel.
That fucking guy. Oh, of course there was.
A haunting movie for me. Some people
Of
see Jurassic
course
Park,
there
when they
was.
look at him, I see The Fly.
Really? That's sad. That makes me sad.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
sad to me too.
you should erase the fly from your memory.
Can't do it. He pulled his nose off, his ears off.
Oh boy.
Put him in the medicine cabinet.
Denzel the Terrible with a really good question. Does someone sell a good stack mounting hardware set? Rubber, flight controller bushing, spacers, etc. I don't know about a stack kit. There really are not many M2 hardware kits at all. The only one that I know of right now is made by Flywoo. And I am going to be doing a Flywoo order. So, and I think you can only get it from Flywoo's website. So hop onto Flywoo's website. They have an M2 hardware kit. The only problem is I don't think there's much, I don't think there's any rubber grommets in there. But there is a great assortment of M2 screws, which is really hard to find. FPV Crate used to have a really good little M2 mounting kit, and then they had a bunch made, they sent them out, and then they couldn't get any more made, and unfortunately now they're all the way gone. But yeah, M2 hardware sucks, man. It's hard to get a hold of. I have a bunch of it on my Etsy page, but I probably don't have what you need, because that's just, how it works. Yeah, it's tough. It's super annoying that there's not a good M2 mounting kit. Maybe there will be one soon, since everything is going to 20x20 lately. All the flight controllers and ESCs and shit are now 20x20. So I'm gonna keep this bottom part of the Vista, and this top part of the Vista, apparently I can send this to Cyclone FPV, and he's got blown up Vistas, so he can supposedly fix this, which is probably worth it, because, God, Vistas are expensive. But, yeah, this has, 5, I think, capacitors that are either crushed or knocked off of it. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yep, it's 5. Maybe 6. Maybe 7.
They're not all full. You remember looking at the other one.
Yeah, good call. Let's see.
It's 1.
Now, it's definitely at least 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and they're all on this other board. So there's those 4. That one's a blank on both boards. All right, cool. That one's gone, and that one needs to be there. So, yeah, there's 5. That one's a blank. Okay, so there's not 6, and there was one more blank. When I say blank, what I mean is there's 2 little blobs of solder but no capacitor in between. And sometimes that's normal in the case of 2 locations on this board. Yeah, so it looks like it's 5. Looks like it's 5. Are there any capacitors on the bottom of this board? No. All right. All right, cool. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll send this to Cyclone. I'll ask him what it's going to cost. If it's $100 to fix it, I'll just buy another one. I'm sure it's not $100 to fix it. So, here's another one. Let's put this one in. And hopefully it'll work. Okay, so bottom board, and then I got to get the spacers back on here. And then we'll get some soldering done. Oh, farts. I forgot. I had to file the shit out of these outer holes to get this to fit. Start asking questions now, guys, because this is like 15 minutes of filing that I need to do to this to get these holes opened up. You know what? I did that last time. Tonight, though, I'm just going to drill it out. I'm just going to chance it and drill it out. Let me get my little pack of itty-bitty drill bits out here.
Faster the bit speed, the better.
Ugh. This is so creepy. I hate having to do this. That's why I did it with the file. I was like, oh, I'll remove just the bare minimum. Won't put any stress on the PCB. But I ain't going to do that live on a stream. Okay, so let's take a guess at 1.4 millimeters. I mean, it's M1.5 hardware, so it's probably 1.5 millimeters, but let's start small, because you can not add material back. All right, so yeah, it's not 1.4. Let's check out 1.5. Well, no, let's step it up. We're going to go to 1.45. We're going to do this the right way. I'm going to lead by example, I guess, even though I hate to. Abraham says, round pointy file makes pretty quick work of it for me. That's what I did last time, and it just took me forever. I was being, like, super careful to not, like, overdo it, so that's probably why it took so long. But yeah, I did it one way, and now I'm going to do it the other way. And I'll let you know which one's less painful. All right, well, 1 point. Who?
No.
Felix?
No.
Nope. All right, we're going to 1.5. Let's see. And all right, it's not 1.5. Tempted to jump all the way up to 1.7, but I mean, we're already in it step by step, so 1.6. Is it you? No. Although that is fitting a lot better. Let me jump to 1 point. No. 1.7. Are you the one? Nope. Damn it, I could have jumped to 1.8. And 1.8. I could probably jump to 1.9. Nah, it'll be 1.8 though. Hey, nope, damn it, I could have jumped to 1.9. All right, but this did fit. This 1.8 did fit really tight, so that probably means that that 1.9 is going to be the first jumping off point to actually remove some material. And since I'm doing it with a drill now, yeah, I definitely want to step it up slowly. I can almost guarantee you that this is not going to remove enough material, but we're going to try it anyway just to be sure. And of course, my drill's in the other room. Hold on, I'll be right back. Patrick, sing or something.
I can see clearly now, the DJ's here.
You know, there were months and months and months when Ciotti wouldn't even try a DJI product.
I believe people in the chat had to send him products just to get him to fly it.
At least a year.
Was it at least a year?
I was talking shit on it. I was like,
I'm
yo,
not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking fly that shit.
I was like,
Fucking
anybody that
can't
flies
stand that
DJI
shit.
is a moron.
Fucking asshole.
All right, here we go.
So HD1 for whoops, DJI for cinewhoops,
What a nightmare.
and Analog for freestyle.
What
Is that
a
what I
nightmare.
understand?
Apparently, that's what you have to do to be a
We're glad
cool
we have
kid.
options.
Yeah, right.
We all want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go. Let's ruin this Vista. Oh,
That'd be
good
the
call.
first time.
Good call. Good call. All right. This is not gonna. Let's do this right on top of the AIO, as if AIOs don't have enough problems.
This IO sucks.
Hold on. These fucking AIOs keep blowing up. They got all kinds of metal shavings in them. I don't understand. Fucking DJI. Alright. Meanwhile, I'm putting these shavings into the Vista. I should probably separate the top and bottom before doing this, but, you know, I'm more than halfway, so why not just keep going? Well, hold on, let me give this a little bit more love. Okay, last one. There's actually a good amount of material coming off of here, so maybe this will be alright. Okay, let's see if that's enough. And it's not. Alright, let's go more. Wait, no, it might be. Well, so like, if I was going to use the... that's pretty good. Sorry guys, I'm doing it off camera. Let me just pass it through again, and that'll probably remove just enough, little tiny bit extra, and then we'll be good. And that way we'll have removed absolute minimum amount. Just gonna give it a little wiggle here, just a little wiggle. Just to clean it up a little bit, just a little wiggle. Giving it a little wiggle. Alright. Just wiggling it in there. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. You guys know how to wiggle it. That's it. That'll certainly be it. Did somebody clip it? Did somebody make a clip? What's that?
What?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Alright, here we go. And chuck the file in a drill. That's an idea. The file is tapered though, so I'd have to run it through each side. So hey, if you were wondering, the drill bit that you need to drill out your Vista for it to work properly in a little Vistapick is 1.9. 1.90 millimeters. And let me not put everything away yet. Let's put it down on the standoffs to make sure I actually did remove enough material. Right, and it's still kind of catches on the threads a little bit, but it is, yeah, I have removed just enough. You know, this is probably why I was using those threaded standoffs, so that I could make sure that I was pushing the bottom PCB down against the next level of standoffs there. And now, so it's fighting me because I got it on here a little bit crooked. Man, that is like just barely enough material. You'd be totally fine going to you should be totally fine going to a 2mm bit. What worries me though is like you'd never want to remove too much material. It's never a good thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna say use a 1.9 and remove as little as you can. But this is fine. This is fine. It's just binding up a little bit. Okay, let's get these. I'm going to use these threaded spacers because That'll make sure that this bottom PCB on this Vista sits all the way down and doesn't like rattle around. And it's right above the AO with the gyro, so God forbid it rattles around enough to send some junk data into the gyro, then you're going to have a... And I mean, with toothpicks, like, they already are very challenging to tune and get flying and whatnot. Last thing you need is to make your life any harder. So, here we go! Let's put these on. And spin them down. Kevin Sumner says, here lies the Vista that CiottiFPV tried to drill out. Oh, I better not have killed another one. Well, I didn't kill the other one. It was just dead. Oh! Get back up here. Come on, get on there. In terms of this Vistapick, I will admit, this is quite the fiddly build. This is one of the most fiddly builds I've ever fiddled. It's totally doable, but you got to be good at fiddling. You got to be a right proper fiddler to do this build. But once it's put together, it feels pretty solid. I mean, we'll see. But I don't know what there really is to break on it. Like a lot of arms, I'm sure.
Sure, you'll find out.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel like this Vista being pulled apart is going to be a real issue, other than maybe heat. But I'll run it at like 500 milliwatts, right? It's a toothpick. How fucking far are you going to go with it? So keep the milliwatts turned down. I'll probably run this on 50 megabit because I'm using the DVR footage for, editing purposes. So that'll be kind of fun.
It's gonna be like a fucking laser pointer.
Right.
2S though, right? 2S on what kV? 8,000?
2S on 8,000.
8,000.
Interested to see how it is. I mean, it seemed like it seemed good in here. I really wanted to take it outside and fly at line of sight, but that just guarantees that I put it into a tree forever.
Never found again.
There we go! Spacers are on. Let's push this bottom board down, and then we can wind the spacers down some. And then we'll do a little bit of soldering, and I will have a Vistapick. This is wild, man. 6 years ago, when I bought the first Emax FPV rig, the original white plastic Baby Hawk, never in a million years did I think we would be sitting here with a properly flying, now what is known as a toothpick, with H-effing-D on it. What a time to be alive. What a development cycle. God. In 6 years, look what all that's happened. Kind of nutty. Geez, it was only like 3 years ago that a lot of smart people were saying that there was absolutely no chance ever of there being an HD digital transmission system. Shit. Like arguably the smartest guy that we've got saying it, right?
He's like, you could put a cord on it like the old VCRs, man. You just fly around.
It'll never be fast enough. I don't think it was the question of whether it could be transferred over the wireless, transfer wirelessly. It was just the latency was always just too much.
And I mean, there are people that say that the latency is too much, so you could kind of say that Joshua wasn't wrong. All right, let's get these guys cranked down a little bit here, and then we'll solder the top board up. And we'll see if we've got video. Last time I put this thing all the way together before I put power to it and noticed that the lights on the Vista weren't coming on. Who wants to take bets on whether or not I make that same dumbass mistake this time and don't test this thing 20 minutes from now when I finally have it all soldered back up? Anybody? I will take odds on that shite. I'm going to do it now just to mess with you guys.
With a smoke stopper?
Put it all together, no smoke stopper.
Oh, thank God.
Put it all together. Don't use a smoke stopper. That's how you build.
Can you put
that's
props on?
That's old school with props on. Yeah, even better.
Yes, you come here for entertainment.
It has props on already. I'm sure shit not taking them off.
Oh, you have screws on your props.
That's proper FPV right there. Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
that's proper FPV. That's
slipping, bro.
That's old school FPV. Build it all the way, no smoke stopper. Just go in there raw, props on, plug it into BL Heli, hope for the best.
Works.
Hope that it doesn't fly around the room.
Crossfire's backwards. The rest is fine.
Almost guaranteed.
Bring up the same picture everybody else brings up.
And somehow get it wrong.
Yeah. God damn it. How can I get all this right and be wrong here?
I've looked at the same Crossfire picture for the last 3 years. And yet today, I wired it up wrong. Why? How?
The square pad is the first pad.
Square is ground, dummy.
God.
Why not make it round? Round rhymes with ground. Farts. T-Bird's in the house. Hopefully everything has been going great for you. It has been, my man. Hopefully you're doing well. Great Southern says, at least you have spare arms with that frame I sent you. Hey, Great Southern, I meant to ask you, is that the old Toothpick 2.5-inch frame that you sent? I actually I have that frame sitting on my coffee table. I'm going to put it together tonight when I'm relaxing after the stream on the couch. Fat Pastor says, the OG Baby Hawk was my first non-whoop quad. Nice. Bugs FPV says, have you posted a list of this build somewhere? I haven't, Bugs. It's a pretty straightforward build. It's just a toothpick, so just pick whatever AIO you want. They all blow. And then these are, I don't know if these motors are going to be good or not, but I think they'll be. They're the RC and Power 1204s. And then it's just a naked Vista on top. I have a Ghost receiver on here because I like to punish myself with new things. But yeah, you can put whatever receiver you want. Super straightforward build. Chris Rosser actually has a AOS T3 frame that I'll probably be switching this over to, and he's got a build video for that frame, and he's got lots of really good tips on there. So true to form, I've made a mistake, and now I can't put it the rest of the way together. I tightened these things without pulling the top PCB down, and apparently there's like just enough slack where it looks like you'll be fine, but you actually won't be fine. So I got that going for me, which is terrible. But I'm just going to force it because that's how I do things. I'm even going to go as far as to take a screwdriver and just smash as hard as I can on this here standoff in the corner.
Your tombstone's going to read, all AIOs blow. Here lies CiottiFPV, died of an all-in-one.
Damn it, why won't this... Hold on. Hold on, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What is this double gate? Do you actually do something
Get
different?
in there. There it goes, there it goes. See? You just force it, guys. That's the key to FPV building. Just push as hard as you can, and it'll either break or it'll work, and then you'll take it out and you'll break it anyway. So what's the difference? Come on. There it goes. Yeah, use a metal driver to do this. This is good. Make sure it bends. Yep, there it is. Perfect. It's fine. If this Vista is broken, it's totally my fault. 100%. This is utter frustration right here. All right, there it is. All is well. It's fine. Oh, man, the thing fucking... Oh, it's not fine. The thing broke here. I might have broken this Vista. Ugh! Like, the top layer of the PCB kind of separated a little bit. That was really dumb. Alright, so definitely don't do that. It happened on both sides, too. That's not going well. Maybe it's okay. It'll probably be alright. This is sitting up at a little bit of an angle. Interesting. So, why are you... Oh, well, that's not great. Why is that so close? Hold on. Why is that so close to that? Did this thing come unplugged? Oh, it did. Okay, we're good. We're good. This thing came unplugged. So I just need to re-plug this little guy. And then it'll be fine. Nah, it's fine. We're good. We're good. You can force it, guys. You'll be all right. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. I think it's gonna be fine, but just there's no reason to do what I just did. That was really dumb. Okay, and now this thing is sitting properly. All right, so we're cool. What did I ask you guys to type? Red, black, white, yellow, or was it yellow, white? Does anybody remember? If you don't remember, then I'm gonna be very upset.
God damn it.
Okay, let's get some.
I'm getting into your crown now.
Huh?
But don't worry, I'll bring some more.
What's that?
I'm going to be getting into your crown now.
Oh, no, you're fine.
But I'll be getting some more.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Red, black, yellow, white. Thank you, kids. Soldering iron cooled itself off. Let's give it a second to heat back up. Red, black, yellow, white. Red, black, yellow, white. All right. We're going to do red first. And let's just move the rest of these guys out of the way. I have these, I have the exposed bits of these wires cut really, really, really short to keep this super clean. And you're going to love it when you see it, when it's done. All right, voltage is on. Now we're going to do ground. Okay. Come on. Remember, when you're soldering, you should not be using the tip of the soldering iron to like move the wire around. You need to control the wire with your left hand, typically with tweezers in your left hand. Don't ever try to hold the wire on the pad with the tip of the soldering iron, because what's going to happen when you have to remove the tip of the soldering iron? The wire is going to come off the pad, or it's at least going to move. So make sure you have really good control of the wire with your left hand. And all the soldering iron is adding heat. What's up, Fly High? How are you? Red, black, yellow, white. We're going yellow next. Let's go into our RX pad. And I think I might have guessed on RX and TX, so we might need to switch these. Maybe I didn't. I have a tendency to guess with crosswire because I had a long period of time where I would look the crossfire wiring. That's the inside joke that Patrick and I were kind of talking about. I would look the crossfire wiring diagram up, and I would wire it up, and then I would come back and it would be wrong. And I was doing it wrong more than 50% of the time. Oh, yeah. So I said, well, if I just do it randomly, then I'll have at least 50 by 50 odds.
Everybody does. Everybody screws it up, man.
Yeah, it really is not just me.
And you're pissed that you got to look it up anyway. Yeah. Don't look it up. Stupid.
Is that true? All right. White's looking solid. Yellow is solid. Black is strong. Red is strong. All right, let's put power to it without a smoke stopper and blow it up, and then I can just scream and pee. Here we go. Smoke stopper going on. Okay. And I don't have a charged battery, but I probably have one that's at 3.8. Hey, wait a second. These batteries actually might be charged. Let's hook this little guy up and see if we get lights on the Vista. Oh, God, please! No lights on the Vista. I broke it. Are you kidding me?
Can't be.
I don't think I broke it.
Do you have power to it?
Oh, there is a light on the Vista. A little dim red light.
That means not connected. Yep.
All right, so... if you push the button, it puts it into bind mode, right? Or do you got to hold the button? Or not? Wait, you have to hold the button when you power it on. I think.
No,
Is that
I'll
the
leave
deal?
power on. I used to push it.
Forget what the dim chat. What's the dim red light mean?
Need to bind. Green is bound. I don't think you have to do anything special. You just push it and bind it to your goggles.
It won't go into binding mode. Let's just send full power to it. It'll be fine. Maybe that's what it needs. Maybe it needs full power. I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I guess you can put it onto another one to see what it does.
It's been a while since I've hooked up a fresh Vista. Yeah, it doesn't just need full power. God damn it! I had this problem. It's been a while though. I forget what the hell it was. Does it need to be hooked up to MSP?
Is it that dim?
Yeah. Well, how the hell am I going to get into bind mode? Do you have to hold the button for bind mode?
I don't think so.
Ooh, it's getting hot.
Look, I'm connected to something that's not on.
What? Dim red is crossfire is low voltage.
Crossfire.
Ugh.
That's crossfire.
Oh, that's crossfire, right? Red means no goggle correction. Yeah, but how do I get it into bind? I'm hitting the bind button. It's not going into... it's supposed to go to blue for bind mode.
There you go. Oh, that's reflection of your flight control.
Right. God damn it, I had this problem. Let me check those pads and see what kind of voltage it's getting. It should be getting 5 volt, right? I have it on...
Is that all it needs?
Well, no, I'm actually sending it. I'm sending it battery voltage, come to think of it. So I'm sending it a little bit more than 5 volt.
That's what we want, though, isn't it? 'Cause I think...
Man, that gets hot. Yikes.
I mean, it's working.
Great Southern says, just tap the bind button and send goggles to bind. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Just a touch.
I thought when you hit the bind button, though, it would let you know that you hit the bind button. But that's fine. Here we go. Goggles. Battery. I don't have a battery. Where's the battery? Where them batteries at? Oh, wait a second. I could have just used one of those 2S batteries. Wow, I fly this. This rig is built to fly on the same batteries that powers our goggles. That's weird. And it's an outside rig. Soak it in cider, Fat Pastor says. Why? Denzel the Terrible says, no, don't do it. Lose the smoke stopper. Read my super chat. Did you do a super chat? I'm sorry, brother. I missed it. Danzo the Terrible, the 5 Canadian Californian dollar super chat. He says, my money say it will work first. My money says it will work.
He's got to spend more to read it right.
My money says it will work first time right, no smoke stopper. It would have, too. It would have. God damn it.
That means you got to give him his super chat back.
Right. That bastard says, thinking about putting new gear on the old Baby Hawk frame. That's going to be tough, dude. That Baby Hawk is very specifically set up for that awful F3 mountless flight controller with external individual arm ESCs.
Don't do it.
EVAPV says, don't the crossfire diagrams also shows channel 1, channel 2 instead of RxTX? Some of them do.
Yeah, that's
Oscar
why we always
Liang's
look
doesn't,
at the
though.
same damn picture, because
Right,
that
right.
one has RxTX.
Great Southern says, it's a 3-inch V2 from memory. Been a while since you flew it, man. Run and grabbed an arm. Measure it if you have one. Yeah, I will. Denzel the Turbo says, losing your golden nuts a bit. Yeah, I should have. Although the way that I have this thing built, you kind of can't do that. It's confusing. It's fine. Ruby Tim says, I'm pretty sure you said yellow, 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 yellow. Denzel the Terrible says, don't do it. They got that. Brainswick Bean says, it needs 6+ volts. Idea, just give it VBAT. Yeah, that's what it's got. McConnell Studio says, get your goggles, set it to bind. All right, cool. So we're good. Goggles powering up. EVAFPV says, did you activate the Vista? Probably not. That could also be the problem, but let's try the bind thing first because I won't have to go into the computer in order to do this. Someone activated this Vista, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Where's the button? It's over on that side. All right. So there's the button. Goggles are coming up. Goggles are in bind mode. Giving power. Pushing bind button. Nothing. Pushing bind button harder. Still nothing. I think I have to activate it. Pushing bind button even harder. Nothing. I have to activate it.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh, that's going to be scary. Oh, wait, no. I have that cool fan now. All right, so we need to do the DJI thing. Eva FPV with the right answer. There was probably the right answer somewhere else, and I just didn't read it. That's typically how things go around here. All right, here we fart. And we got this. I should have it down here somewhere. DJI Assistant 2, DJI FPV series. Did that work? You gonna launch? No? You're not gonna work? Oh, wow. That was very slow. Here we go. Plugging it in. And wait, hold on. No. I gotta get this fan going first, because this is a unheat shielded Vista. I think I'm gonna need to give it power too. All right, we got our little fan going, and then I got my little USB-C donkey here. And I think I need to give the quad VBAT. So, all right, I'm gonna do this as fast as I can. Got power. Actually gonna flip it over on this fan so that it's blowing just directly under the Vista. All right, come on, DJI Assistant, hurry up, go, come on, go faster, come on, go, come on, please, yeah, there it is.
Takes forever.
Air unit light, come on, go. Come on, read it, spin around, confirm, great, I love it, great. What? Where there's no button? Give me a button to... Okay, good. Downloading. Come on. I'm helping the fan out. 0608, what the hell is that version? Oh, that better not be a bad version. We always talk about the goggle version. All right, here we go, come on. Hurry up, you... 10%. 15. 20.
1200 milliwatt burning up now.
Junloka says ribbon cable probably not set down right now. I just checked that. It should be good. Eva FPV says 608 is fine. All right, cool. Yo. Speaking of the root hack, on Joshua's stream yesterday, a couple people in chat were talking about how their DJI FPV Live software on their smart controllers and other things are not working with rooted DJI goggles. And I would just like to say that all of you motherfuckers that when I said, nah, man, I'm going to wait a while for the root hack. I'm going to wait for a bunch of people to like test it and make sure that no weird shit's going on with it. All you people that were like, you suck, no, you should do it now. Yeah. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why I don't like dive right into things when they're brand new like that. Because that would be a big problem for me because I need that out. Like, God forbid I get hired for another one of these Criterium bicycle races. 98%. Yeah, I'd be screwed. So, oh God. Oh, this is the fast one. That's right. So yeah, that's scary. Scary. Come on now. That means it's been 2 minutes. That's too long.
Oh, that tool that I was telling you about is also a magnet on the end, so you have both of those things working for you.
Of course it is.
He didn't know what the name of it was, though. You mean that pencil screw-looking thingy with a magnet on it?
But color OSD, Myopic says. Oh my God! I don't remember this taking so long. Holy crap!
Forever. It's the
Jesus! Come on! Go! 29%, 30%. This is how DJI grenades all of their gear, so that you then have to go buy more.
And it goes to 99 and sits there.
Fat Bastard says, "Run for it, Marty."
Run for it, Marty.
FPV says 608 just adds the new RunCam camera. Very cool. Yo, that new RunCam camera looks really good. It might just be. It's on a fan, Remy Tim. That new RunCam camera looks really good. It might just be over sharpened, but man, it looks pretty damn good so far. A lot of saturation. It looks pretty sharp, and it does really well in low light, which is pretty slick too. Better than the old school DJI camera. Have you seen any of those reviews yet, Patrick? Yeah, there's a new DJI camera by RunCam that looks better than the original.
Is that 120?
Big silver. Yep.
Lighter?
Probably. I can't imagine how you would make a camera heavier than the
Make it out of steel.
DJI brick.
Fuckers. It'll never break. Never break. Never break. Ran over it in the car. Didn't break.
Oh my God, dude, this takes forever. This is like, we're getting into like 3-minute territory. Christ. It's sitting on top of, fuck.
It's not BJI. Give it a little blowjob over there, Scotty.
%. I'm getting lightheaded.
What?
Sticker packs are available while this naked Vista catches on fire. Today and today only, $10 whole. Send me your money, I'll send you some stickers. Look, it's a Micro King window cling, sticks on the inside or the outside of a window, CiottiFPV magnet, and look at this. This is a misprint. This is an upside down sticker. It's a sticker. It's a misprint. Only 100 will ever be made. It's upside down. It's crazy. Act now. Great Southern says, would love to keep watching, but I got other business. Have fun, brother, and don't blow up a Vista. I'm trying. 95%. Come on. PayPal me $10. It's already got a, what's that called? A stamp. Put your address in the PayPal. Get you some stickers. You'll be a much better person. I promise. 95%. Is that smoke? No. It's just sitting at 95%. What is this bullshit?
Do that shit, man. You gotta keep blowing it.
Does this fan have turbo mode? Can I arm this bitch and let the props make some wind?
Brilliant. Core temperature.
What's up, CV? Don't mind me, I'm just blowing my Vista.
DJI so good.
Come on, fucker, 95. Get to 96. X.
Here, you want some ice?
Just dribble some water on it. Hit it with a fire extinguisher. I can't blow it anymore. I'm lightheaded.
Let me come over here and blow it for you.
I got another fan here. Let's put this one on it. Crank it up to full power, Marty. Should I put this other fan blowing straight down on it? That'll work, right? All right, there's a fan blowing on it from the side. Ah, 100%. Holy crap. Back. Make sure it comes up. It comes up. Good. Unplug. Only a little bit of it fell into the fan. All right, let's see. Is it hot?
Fuck yeah, it's hot.
No. Oh, shit. It's not hot at all.
You broke it.
It's broken. Wow, it's not. It's really the top board at least is not hot at all. Bottom board's probably boiling, but
Fans work.
fans go figure. Fans work. Right. Let's see if it'll bind. Unplugging from USB. Google's. I unplugged them, so now I gotta wait 14 minutes for them to come back on. Oh wait, I gotta bind it too.
The fucking truth.
Yeah, it takes like 10 seconds too long.
First. Yeah, I guess I'll do that first.
It's just a little bit too long. Where like every single time I power them up, here's what happens. Every single time I power the DJI goggles up, everything's cool, everything's fine. But at some point in the power procedure, this is what happens. Every time.
And then you get the picture, and then you can't do anything, right? For like 10 seconds. They're like, well, here's your image, but your OSD is going to take some time.
We're in bind mode. Putting power to the quad. And the red light's on, pushing the bind button. Nothing happens. What? What do you want from me? There it goes. Oh, there's no camera plugged into it, but it went green, so all is right with the world. I think. Unplug the quad. Unplug the goggles. What'll it do? Will it just?
I thought it goes.
What'll it do if it doesn't have a camera plugged in?
I thought it connects and goes dee-dee-dee.
Gives you a little confirmation.
So it's red. The light on the Vista is red.
You ought to get a black screen, I think.
Well, it'll go green if it binds, and that's kind of all that matters, right?
That is correct.
But I wonder if I'll get a black screen or what. It's green.
Not necessarily correct,
Because mine turned green when I plugged it in.
That's true. Interesting. It's just still sitting on the DJI logo. I'm not going to let it sit here and get hot, but it's going green. Well, so let's do this. If I unplug the goggles, it should not go. It should go off of green, I guess, right?
Other than the fact that mine went green, I don't know why. But,
Oh, that's
but
right.
the fact that you were red before didn't go green and now you're green, that's a hell of an indicator.
I have an idea. I'll plug the camera in.
Plug the camera in and then you'll know. Wow, you learn a lot here in Ciotti. Join the Patreon here, you'll get extra deals.
For just 10 cents a day, you can get this shitty level of customer support. What's the top and the bottom? That's the bottom. Yo, it is. I will say this. It is hard to get this plugged in every single time. And I think I have the. I think I have this spaced out. I think I have a little bit less spacing between these boards, and that just makes it even more difficult. I hope that it doesn't like come unplugged while I'm flying. I mean, people have built Vistapicks before.
A little epoxy.
Yeah, right?
you're never going to need to take it off.
No. Don't break your camera. Don't eat the crab dip, yay, yay!
You put the camera, you break the camera, you just attach ribbon on the other side.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Although the this little Nebula Nano
It's hardwired.
Well, there's a hole in the back plate that the ribbon cable goes through, and
you can't get it out.
You can't get it out.
Oh, son of a bitch!
You can't get
I've
it out.
had to mess with the DJI ones where they have the little grommet and all the
Yeah,
thing in the
yeah.
back, but you can get it through.
Well, I can report that this doesn't get any easier to plug in once you've done it a few times. Although I might have just gotten it. All you gotta do is talk shit, and then you'll get it right away.
Do you ever feel like you're being watched when you, you work on DJI shit?
Every single time.
The man is watching.
Alright, I think that's plugged in. Let's find out. Let's find out.
Might as
Hold
well
on.
plug those goggles in and get ready.
First, let me plug the goggles in, and then I'll go pee, and then I'll come back and... battery. Let's see what we got here. Will it work? Will it twerk? What do you guys think? What's the over-under, Chad?
What do you think, Chad?
What do you think, Chad McChadley? It's green. Come on, you jerk. Work.
Kinda should have worked by now.
Probably should have worked right now. What if I push the button? What'll happen?
Bind again. Get your other one ready. I think that the goggles
Isn't?
usually...
Oh, there it is. Red is bind. Red is bind. Red is bind. There we go. There we go. There we go.
I feel like the goggles, they give you a sign to say, hey,
It should bind quick.
I found that shit.
What? Bind, fucker. I hit the button for sure. You hit the button twice? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Talk to me, Goose.
Come on, you son of a bitch. Get
Talk
that
to me,
ugly
Goose.
DJI logo off this screen.
Talk to me, Goose.
It's back to green again.
I think
Work.
I think you have to unplug now.
Work.
I think you have to unplug now.
Work.
I think you have to unplug.
Channel 1. Channel 2. Channel 1. We're going to try unplugging. Not working yet.
Get all this way.
Come on, come on, come on. Do it. Do it, you jerk. Do it.
Fat shark.
Do it, you jerk.
HD1.
Come on.
It's in the game.
It's green.
I heard it bounce.
It
Definitely bounce.
It definitely bound. There is an antenna attached.
You might have a camera issue still, though.
Come on, work.
Should have already worked.
Camera seems to be plugged in.
I'm sorry, I had no image.
Player. Audience. It lets me change channels,
That means it's connected to the Vista.
right?
Yeah. You don't have an image.
I guess it's just not getting
We are getting closer.
an image. Air unit overheating. Land promptly. Gee! Let's give it a minute to chill out.
How did it know you were in the air?
How did it know? Oh yeah, the camera plug came off. It's having a rough time staying down. When I push one side down, it pops the other side up. Well, I'm actually happy about that because that means that in theory I didn't break something. Come on, you little jackass, sit in there, jackass. Get fucked, camera plug. Oh, now it's all the way off. Okay, hold on. Let me look at it. Maybe there's maybe it's like gummed up or something. Are you gummed up, little guy? I think it's gummed up. I think it's gummed up. All right, we're gonna de-gum it. No. Maybe. What the hell is that? It's stuff on there. Let's just try it again. Ooh! I'm not plugging it in upside down. I'm putting it on the right side. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, like when I... It'd be way easier if there weren't props on here, but I'll be damned if I do anything to help myself out. It's all about suffering through, and eventually you will have conquest. Come on. Sit down in the plug. Yeah, it goes in there, but then it just pops right back up. What? Why? Bueller? Whose idea was this? Why would they use such a stupid little plug here?
It is stupid.
This is stupid. Let's just be real. This is a stupid plug end. This is a very dumb plug end. Well, there's the little spring-loaded thing normally, right?
Right.
Well, that shit's gone without the body.
Oh yeah, so it's
right.
just you're working on the pressure only.
So you're just hopes and prayers. It's all hopes, all prayers.
Finicky fucks.
10% hopes, 90% prayers.
100% fears.
100% bad choices. Get on there, yo! Oh, farts. Alright, I'm going to try one more time, and then I'm going to give up. Just for now. I'll come back at it when I'm more calm. I will say this could very well be the weak point of the Vistapick. This right here. This is super annoying. And if this thing, I mean, I guess you just glue it on and you're good to go. But what I was going to say is if this is a thing that is going to come unplugged, that's going to drive me up the wall. But it's on there right now. It's in there. It's in there for sure. Definitely. Nope. It just pops up on one side or the other. It's like the little clippy things are not clippying. I mean, like, it's on.
Am I helping?
It's in the right spot, definitely. So, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it just has to be glued down. That's interesting. On the other board, it like snapped in and it stayed in. Maybe on this board, maybe there's like little snappy things on this one. They're not snappying. Yeah, well, I mean, that's probably the problem. Do me a favor, plug this battery in. While I hold that down, let me make sure it gets video. No.
I'm just kidding.
Direct power.
Ready?
Yeah. Alright, let's see. So I'm holding the plug on. Let's see how long before my fingernail fucking melts. Alright, here comes the connection. You can see it in the bottom left. It's channel 1. Great. Come on, you jerk. Give me an image.
No OSD or anything.
Not yet. Low power mode. I'm able to record videos. That's fine.
Definitely can. Yeah, you'd have it.
Alright, I'm going to play with this tomorrow or so.
You were closer, friend.
I know, right? Jesus. Alright, pull that power. It's not going to come back. Well, I do have the other bottom board. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe put that other bottom board on. That bottom board, I swear to God, this thing just snaps in there. Let me see. Let me show I'll show the people. Ready? Look, it snaps in there. It goes doot. And then it just kind of bloops. I think it snaps in there. I think I remember it snapping in there. Yeah, see? And now it's in there. Yeah, all right. So the little port on the Vista that I put into it is the issue. Look at that. It's 11:02.
Where's your monocle? There it is.
Thanks for hanging out, friends. That's been the 2 hours that you spend with me on a Monday night. Sorry to end a little bit early, but we started early, and that should be enough for you.
Oh yeah, you got some issues here.
Is there some junk in there?
You got it's spring. I think it traps it on each end of the plug, and you've got they're like springs and shit, and this one's been mangled.
Nice.
I think it got pushed on itself. You know how I get push in it, and it just
Great, I get to take it apart again. Yay! Not on the stream though, because if I have to work on this for one more minute right now, I'm gonna lose my shit. Fat Pastor says, "Here, hit this nail while I hold it." Well, June Logo says, I'll sell you my Vistapick if you want. LOL. McConnell Studio says, I figured out a way to save just the parts that make that metal spring camera plug stopper still function using PLA printed spacers and parts taken from the main Vista parts.
Oh, sounds heavy.
I figured out a way to save just the parts that make that metal spring. Oh, interesting. I'm just going to swap this bottom board out because this is kind of perfect.
I think you guys put it on there wrong.
Tell me more, though, Matt. Gamma Gonad says... say
For 65 grams, I have this... I'm kidding.
Gamma Gonad says, sometimes the MIPI on the camera doesn't see properly. Do again. If not, I've had to replace a few of those cables. It's definitely the plug on the board because, yeah, it's snapped in.
Receiver, yeah.
McCannell says you might have to try binding again. Fat Pastor says, question, you ever wonder how much deeper the ocean would be if it weren't for sponges? I feel like I'm missing something with that. Metal Earthson says, believe it or not, this is why I haven't finished my Vistapick. I bought a bulk AIO from JHEMCU. This is actually a JHEMCU AIO. EvaPV says, green means booted, will flash and goggles will chirp when binds. And then Remy Tim says it won't connect without the camera, won't bind, I believe. Well, we've myth busted that one, so that's cool. June Luca says, yes, of course, I'm talking about CiottiFPV having no video. And EvaFPV says, the most dramatic firmware update ever. CV says, good evening, Kiris. Do you ever use 5-blade or higher on your ducted quads? I only use GemFan 5 blades on my ducted rigs. Stevie, they are my favorite. Thanks for hanging, friends. Here comes a little bit more flying.
Dual
So
fans.
true. Dual fans. Me blowing on it until I get lightheaded.
Got blowjobs going
Here's
on.
a
Asking friends to help out.
yeah. Here, hold this while I plug this in.
Hold this nail.
Where is anybody that wants to get in on the Flywoo order? Message me somewhere, anywhere, wherever you'd like.
No, let me get on that flywheel order.
I thought you needed something, didn't you?
I need it all.
I'm
getting back in it, baby.
Epidemic sounds coming at you.
It's winter. It's
go,
time
friends.
to fly FPV.
It's time to fly. Yeah. There's about to be no leaves on the trees. Let's fly more.
Craggle.
All right, people. I love you. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Leaves your options wide open.
The list is long.
Be good.